Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you just watched my new intro. Soon you're gonna watch my new outro, but right now you're watching my kind of late review for Fairy Tale Chapter 363. And that's because where I am, it's snowing outside. So both me and my roommate ended up just staying in our rooms for the night pretty much, so I never really got a chance to record until now. I just didn't feel like leaving my apartment in the snow, going somewhere trying to find some place to record. So so the review's just out late. But this chapter was actually much better than last week. Much better. We see all of the other groups in Fairy Tale that went after different former council members, and they're already dead. Natsu's group is the only one that succeeded, and that's kind of disappointing because it's just like, again, Natsu's the only one that can do something. But at least it's not that they were defeated. It's just they didn't show up in time. So I guess that's a little bit better. But one interesting thing that did actually come from all the other groups not making there in time is that we get to see the difference between the different Tartarus members. So, for instance, with Juvia and Gray, the city's practically destroyed, and there are cuts all through different buildings and everything like that. But when it comes to Gajo, Panther Lily, and Shadowgear, there really isn't any damage at all. It's like an assassination. Gajo says that. And the same thing happened with Elfman and Lisanna. No damage at all. However, that the council member that was dead suddenly gets back up and comes back to life. And he destroys the transmission lacrima that Lisanna was going to use. And then he just falls back down dead again. So that's kind of weird. And sure enough, Seira is there, or Seira. She's one of the nine demon ghost gates, or whatever they're called in Tartarus. One of the members of Tartarus. And she's sitting there reading a book, and she says that she says that humans write bad stories. They're just boring, so she's going to go and write her own. And after she says that, Elfman suddenly grabs Lisanna by the throat. So her curse allows her to control people. We know that at least. I'm thinking that since her curse is probably her being able to make her own story, so I believe that her curse is pretty much the ability to manipulate reality however she pleases. And we don't know to what extent she can manipulate reality. Like I said, we know she can control people and control the way her characters move and just do things. But can she do something crazy like just have them drop dead, or like have lightning bolts hit the house, have it burn to the ground, have tornadoes come away and destroy the city, carry the ashes away? Like, can she do stuff like that, or can she only affect people? So she had to have killed the council guy somehow. So I don't know. Maybe she had him strangle himself. I don't know, but we know at the very least she can control people, and she might be able to do a lot more than that. So it's actually really interesting. But after this, we end up seeing Natsu's group checking in with Makarov and the rest of the guild that's at the guilds, because not everyone's there because they went to go to different council members. But Natsu's group, they check in, and we get some information from Mikaro. And pretty much we learn about magic weapons, the way they're all classified depending on just their destructive power and everything. And the example he uses is a Therion. And apparently a Therion, back in the day, like during not the Phantom Lord arc, Tower of Heaven, in order to activate a Therion, you needed the majority, but now you need all 9 members. 5 isn't enough anymore. You need all 9. So by killing off the council members, Tartarus is guaranteed that a Therion can't be used on them. Right? So that's one of the reasons they've been killing off all these council members. But the other reason is because they want to find Face. and faces another weapon that the Magic Council has, and it's apparently a magic pulse bomb that negates magic across the entire continent. Okay? So that's obviously a very powerful weapon. That's dangerous, very dangerous. And as Lucy points out, Tartarus doesn't use magic, they use curses. So if they use this bomb, they'll be able to do whatever they want to Fiore, whatever they want to the continent, and no one will be able to stop them. Absolutely no one, because no one will be able to use magic. Right? So this situation has just increased just dramatically when it comes to level of danger, you know. Oh, not level of danger, but potential. I guess what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to the importance of stopping Tartarus, that the importance of this mission has gone up. That's what I'm trying to say. Right? It's really late. I'm kind of tired. It's 6 in the morning. Okay, I want to go to bed. Right? I'm kind of tired. Right? But the point I'm trying to make is that the importance of this mission just increased dramatically because now the entire continent is at risk. Okay, and they try to figure out where Face is from Ikaro, but he says he doesn't know. Well, apparently, as Juvia deduces, Tartarus does know, or else they wouldn't be just killing all of the council members. They'd be trying to get information out of them first, so they know where Face is. Now all they have to do is unseal it because it's sealed with organic link magic. And the way it works is that there are 3 different former council members, and as long as those 3 are alive, this organic link magic will be active and Face won't be able to be used. It'll be unusable. So Tartarus is trying to kill all these council members and former council members so that they can kill the 3 people that the organic link magic is linked to. And once those 3 people die, Face will be unsealed and they'll be able to use it. And the former chairman is the only person who knows who it's linked with. So luckily, Warren, Max, and Lockie were actually able to find out the addresses for all the former council members. So they actually send Erza and Mira Jane to go after the former chairman so that they can protect him. Number 1, protect him, and number 2, find out who this organic link magic is linked to so that they can protect them too. Right? So I actually like this ending a lot too because the way I think it was Lockie, she said that they sent 2 of Fairy Tail's 2 of the wizards that Fairy Tail could trust most or something like that. I forgot the exact way she worded it, but I actually liked it because Mira Jane is finally being treated like an all-star in the guild. Whenever things happen where they have to choose the strongest people, they never choose Mira Jane, which doesn't make sense. Even in the Grand Magic game, she wasn't on the first team; she was on the second one. Right? If you were gonna make a list of the strongest people in the guild, I mean, she's an S-class mage. Who else has that title? Erza and Laxus. Oh, Gildarts too, but he's always doing his own thing. But Mira Jane never really gets the respect she deserves. She wasn't on the main team in the Grand Magic game. She's never really gotten a legitimate fight, with the exception of Freed, when she finally got regained the ability to use magic. I mean, she even with the whole Grimoire Heart stuff, she didn't really. She sacrificed herself to save Lisanna, so it wasn't really like, she's finally getting the focus. That's what I'm happy about. She's getting some focus. She's getting treated like an actual strong member of Fairy Tail, like an all-star, just like Erza and Natsu and Lucy and Laxus, So I'm happy about that. Gajil too. But yeah, that's it for the chapter. We learn at the end that next week we're going to get 35 pages plus some color pages, so that's cool. And the chapter is called Tartarus Arc Part 1, Sin and Sinners. So, Earlier we had the Tartarus Prologue chapter. Now we're getting Tartarus Arc Part 1. So this arc might not be just an arc. It might be a bunch of arcs. So it might turn into a saga. If it's turning into a saga, that would be a good thing, because that means that this arc isn't just going to end. Like, the way it was going with Jackal being defeated made it look like this arc was just going to end the same way all the other ones do, but now I'm actually having some hope, because it means that this arc might not end for a while. And if it does, then it means that Jackal's defeat is not as big of a deal as I thought it was. It means that Tartarus is still a big threat, and there still will be a big threat. You know, they'll actually do threatening things and cause trouble. Enough trouble to have the arc be turned into a saga. So that's a good thing if this is in fact going to be a saga. It all depends on how long these parts are, but you know, I'm hoping it'll turn into a decent sized saga, and hopefully the saga's good. Hopefully all the arcs in the saga are good. But for this chapter's rating, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a good chapter. I like the Erza and Mira Jane stuff at the end. I like the Seira stuff. Yeah, it was a good chapter. But that's really it, you guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.